Hello and welcome to another edition of IIABCal Voices. I'm your host, James Lott Jr. And this month, we are showcasing the speakers and people behind the scenes for the upcoming InsurPATH virtual conference. It's happening November 4th through 6th. And it's going to be online. Go to, make sure I have this correctly, InsurPATH.org, and that's INSUR path.org. There's no E on it. So somebody asked me, there's no E. I'm like, there's no E. It's InsurPATH.org. That's coming up, a virtual conference. And it sounds like to be a conference that's going to happen, for 4th and 6th of November, but also carry into stuff and activities next year because of COVID and what's going on there. So over the next month, we'll be meeting the speakers and people behind the scenes. And I did the interviews already, and they're great folks like Ross Bernstein, Randy Swanson, Patrick Galvin, Cheryl Cox, my buddy. We did some great interviews. Wait till you see them. And I'm not even in insurance anymore, and I want to take the courses. Telling you, I'm ready. I want to take it.
Come on down.
So come on down. So you who are in the business for sure are going to need to. We're going to talk to the man you're the chair of the insurance.
Yes.
Yes, he's
Correct.
the chair.
I'm the chair.
Vice President of PTL Insurance Brokers Inc. and my friend. Now let's say his name correctly. I was going to do a joke and say Bryon Pedevillano. I did it again. I did the other way. Bryon Pedevillano. There you
Thank
go.
you. Yeah.
I pronounced
it's good.
Yeah, I love it. How are you, sir?
I'm well. How are you? Thanks for having me back on. I had a great time last time, and I'm happy to be here again.
Yes, folks, as of this recording, he's the #1 show of all the episodes. So a star right here, a star in the business.
You make us all look good, James. You're a professional, so that's what you do.
I appreciate that. So are we excited? And about a month, literally as we're doing this, about a month from now, we'll be entrenched in the InsurPATH virtual conference. How excited are you to get this going?
I'll tell you what, it's been something we've been working on, 7-8 months. This has been a project that, some people will know it as InsurPATH. Some will know it as, InsurFest. Yeah. And some of us older people may know it as YBAC.
YBAC! I got YBAC!
Take me back.
Have so many memories working many flybacks back in the 2000s.
Right. And I'm sure most of you can't even talk about on this, but we've had, I'm showing my age now, but yeah, that's, so it's come a long way. And so, yeah, this has been something that we are excited for. There's been a lot of planning. The IIABCal staff has literally reinvented what a conference looks like in a matter of months. It's fantastic.
Yes. I mean, the whole. I always felt the premise behind this particular conference, when it was YBAC and InsurFest, really is to help that agent and broker. I really help them with their skills. I mean, is that still kind of the correct? Am I saying that correctly?
Yeah. And I think the inherent challenge is, of course, with the COVID pandemic, we've gone completely virtual, so that's a given. But the inherent problems you have with that is keeping people engaged. So I think the way that we've designed this conference is by InsurPATH, and it means the word path because we have 3 different paths we're offering throughout the conference. We've got a sales path, a service path, and a leadership path. So it really does kind of key into where you are in both your insurance journey and maybe what you're doing now, maybe what you're aspiring to do. So it's a really great opportunity to pick up some intelligent, people talking to you and learning about the different areas of the insurance industry.
It is almost like this. This is lightning in a bottle, folks, because you're getting people like Cheryl Cox, who's been in business for a long time. I've known her 20 years, and she was a legend back then. So now you're getting her experience, and talking about getting yourself in order. Getting your business in order and how to organize it and how to be more effective. I mean, like, you're getting a real up close and personal, course with this person who is just so big in our industry. I mean, this is amazing.
Right. Yeah. Cheryl's presenting her zero backlog desk management system, and to me, that's everybody. I mean, if you could see my desk right now, you would know it's backlog. But yeah, that's something that I think that could probably. That transcends all, but we're putting that in the service path. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Cheryl and hearing what she has to say, because that's something that everyone can relate to.
I agree. I think I mentioned that on our episode coming up. I talked about how it's such a any kind of industry, any kind of person who has desks and stuff and has stuff to do kind of thing. I think it's a great thing. So let's talk about kind of the logistics of this conference, because it is online, and if I'm reading this correctly, is it free for members?
Well, that's something new this year. We're excited to offer that. So it's going to be free for members, their staff, the principals, everybody. The key to this, though, is making sure that we have everybody's contact information. So just as a quick logistics, information here, keep an eye out for that email. We've sent it out. Coming from IIABCal, it's going to have a link. And from that link directly, you can update all of your staff's information so we can speak to them directly and let them know, what's being offered, when it's being offered. So that's a huge part of what we're trying to do. But you're right. Yeah, it's going to be virtual, online, and it's free. So this is something that we haven't done before, but we feel like, it's an opportunity that can't be missed.
Yeah. And also you're doing something that we do in the media world. You're doing something that I'm very, very excited for. I do live shows. I do some live shows. And what we have called a chat room, where folks are able to talk in real time. So you guys are also offering discussion boards that be moderated by the instructors in real-time interaction. I love that. Talk about that.
Yeah, so we've went ahead and changed platforms completely. So we've got a brand new platform that's never been used before by IIABCal, and it's got discussion boards, it's got chat rooms, it's got live networking events. Believe it or not, when I saw that, my mind was blown. And so I've seen the demos. It's the real deal. And so we've got these opportunities for people to engage in every which way they'd like. Some very formal settings that would represent a classroom type setting, maybe at the conference they used to go into, and then some of these more casual interactions on chat boards and discussion boards.
Yeah, it's such a forward-thinking comment that we're doing now that we're doing, and it helps the engagement. Like you said, now we're not in person. You're not sitting in class raising your hand. I have a question. You actually have it. If you're still, so you're in the classroom, but on your tablet, your laptop, whatever. Right. So you're still getting part of that real time in the room feeling. I like that. Also, CE opportunities. So you can get CE, correct?
Yes. So we've got one CE class, I believe that's going to be part of the service path, but we've done something this year, and hopefully this is all accurate information as of today. But we've been able to secure CE for the ethics requirement. As we all know, everybody who's licensed has to have the ethics requirement to renew their licenses. So we've gone ahead and integrated that into the conference. So that in of itself is a perfect reason to jump online. But yeah, we're offering some CE for both the service as well as the ethics requirement.
Well, I mean, hello. It's like, okay, so you get to come for free, get some CE if you need it, that you totally need anyway. But if you need it at this time, I mean, hello. Right. I mean, it can't get. I mean, any better. But it can.
Pretty great.
But it can get better because.
But wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more. Yes.
Right.
You also have a virtual magic show happening as one of the events. David Garibaldi, renowned painter. It's going to do a talk about what is he going to do? I love this.
All right, so the virtual magic show, again, another thing you think, can it work? But believe me, it can work. It's fantastic. The guy's great. But the part I'm personally excited about is David Garibaldi. If you were part of InsurPATH, actually InsurFest, it was Rob Oates. He was the chair that year up in Sacramento. And David Garibaldi is a performance painter. In fact, over my shoulder here, I've got one of his paintings.
Oh, wow.
But he's a performance painter. He's high energy. He really is someone who, I've said too many times, you can't miss it. He's so good. He's going to be doing some live painting. And while he paints, he'll be taking questions from the audience. It's a great, it usually does it to music. He's done everything from Albert Einstein, Statue of Liberty. He did a great Ruth Bader Ginsburg one just last week. And if you go check him out online, David Garibaldi, he's doing what we're also doing. He's taking his performances and doing it online, and he's doing live streams, and he's interacting with people. So it's someone who's already doing what we're doing as well. So it's a great combination. So that's what I'm really excited to. That's going to be a cool event.
Yeah, that's very cool. So you get that going too. I mean, who doesn't like that? I mean, come on, what's going on there? Now you have like some really, like I mentioned Cheryl Koch. Like I got to meet the others too, like Ross Bernstein, million books, had the football in his hand, probably had the big screen talking stuff about sports and how that relates. I mean, you have some real, Patrick Galvin. I mean, you have some great people, don't you?
Right, right. Of course, you mentioned Randy Swanson. He's the $1 Million Producer guy. I mean, if you've seen him and you've seen his content, it's fantastic. I encourage everyone who's done any type of sales or will be doing sales or even is interested in what sales is all about to be a part of that one. And of course, you mentioned Cheryl and her service prowess. She's amazing. And then Ross Bernstein. I'm looking forward to seeing Ross. He's written over 50 sports books, I think. I mean, geez, it's amazing.
A lot of them.
I was going through the list and it goes on and on and on. But the cool thing is he's going to tie it into, the performance of how we can be our best selves in the workplace and high performing and whatever it is you do. So that's going to be a cool one as well.
So, okay, I'll make sure I have all the stuff correct. So it says that, InsurPATH 2020, well, actually, this is like the beginning stages of stuff that could continue throughout next year. Because, of course, we don't know how long this is going to happen. But you guys have been forward thinking in terms of creating some stuff for next year, possibly out of this. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Right. So what we're looking to do is have these paths be kind of wraparound. So we'll start it at this event in November, and each of the paths will have some content that we started it in November, and then throughout 2021 we're going to have some touch points where there'll be some maybe the same presenters, maybe different presenters, people that are in that category of sales, service, and leadership. So we'd love to bring back the people if they've got new content, but it's something that it's not just a go to a conference, learn it, and forget about it. Our hope is that it's going to engage with everybody, all of our members, and offer them something throughout the year. And then also with our sponsors, they're going to sponsor this event in November, and they're going to be able to keep contact with all the people that have been attending these, and it's going to be a great opportunity for them as well. So we're looking forward to being able to try this out, and it's all about engagement, keeping people engaged throughout the year.
Yeah, no, it's so good because it's like this is the beginning of it, and then you kind of keep it going. You're part of something. That's the whole thing. You're part of something that's that's ongoing. That's always a great thing too. And there's still networking opportunities in this, right? I mean,
there is. And so, as I mentioned, and on top of the networking opportunities that we're providing, we're having opportunities for our sponsors as well to host some networking events. So, and more to follow on that. That's where, we want people to get registered as soon as they can. As soon as our registration goes live, they're going to get notified because we want them to be a part of the ongoing conversation. So again, it's going to be something that we go live, they can register, and they'll be getting, the people will be reaching out to them, let them know, hey, here's some networking opportunities from our sponsors as well. So that's going to be a great chance for them to meet some new people virtually.
Let's give some shout outs to some of the sponsors. We have some sponsors that are coming that are doing this, and I'm gonna give a shout out because sponsorship is very important, even the media too. We love our sponsors, don't we?
Right. Yeah, we've got some great sponsors. We did just sign on a grand sponsor in Zenith Insurance, so we're looking forward to have them aboard. It's fantastic. Yeah, and so as well as State Fund, and there's so many to mention. Some great carrier partners, some great vendor partners. The list goes on and on. And so what we're going to encourage you all to do is go visit InsurPATH.org, take a look around, and the coolest thing about this platform is it's got little virtual rooms for each sponsor. Once you log in and get registered, you'll be able to click on them, learn more about them. Even if it's maybe a carrier you're not working with currently and you want to learn more about partnering up with them, it'll be a good opportunity to go. So it'll be kind of maybe a virtual trade show where in the good old days, you'd walk around and we'd, grab cards and get cards and, get the cool, rubber stress balls and things like that. We're missing that this year. My kids certainly will miss getting all the swag we used to get.
I know, Mike, where's my stress ball from one of those
cards? Right. And the water bottles and the pens.
Yes,
and,
exactly.
We get that, but this will be kind of a cool opportunity with our sponsors where they're going to have their own little, links on our website. Once they're registered, once people go in there, they'll see all the sponsors will be listed. And we encourage you to talk with them, engage with them, and really thank them for sponsoring this event because they're the ones that make this event free. It costs money, even virtually space, it does cost money, the technology and the time and the people and the presenters. So we want to thank our sponsors because they're the ones that really make it free for our members.
Yeah, we're thanking them here, and we should thank them there because, with sponsorship, this is for any industry, that means
Sure.
they believe in your product.
Right.
They believe that there's something good in your product that they will be associated with. I mean, they're taking their branding and associating it with your brand, and that's always a great thing. So I think that's something we thank them very much for their time, money, everything. We thank them for all. We thank them for that. And I have sponsors on my shows. It's very important to really thank them for that because they believe in you. So that's kind of good. So kind of over this thing, so we have general sessions, 3 professional development paths, sales, service, and leadership. We have some great speakers, and it sounds like a great conference. It just sounds really good.
Yeah, we're gonna kick it off with Robert Hartwig. He's the one, and he's doing something that it's going to be awesome. It's pandemics, politics, and economics. So talk about third rail type stuff. It's going to be real talk about where we're at, what we're doing, how it's going to impact our industry. So that's going to be the kickoff session. That's going to be something that's going to be a lot of fun, very informative. And then, like you said, we've got all the paths. We're putting together an industry expert panel, and they're going to talk about, bringing in young professionals into the industries and ways, platforms are attracting them. I know, Rob talked about that on one of the last podcasts, and that's vital to us. And that's part of our perpetuation, something we really need to look forward to. We really want to make that something we're all doing as a general insurance community, is bringing people on. So that's something I'm really looking forward to as well. So yeah, I mean, it's the most important thing is keep checking the website because that's where all the updated information is going to be.
So the website again is InsurPATH.org, InsurPATH.org. Keep checking, especially this month, because you got a lot of stuff coming out this month, all kinds of information coming out, right? And emails too. Once you sign up, then emails will be coming also, correct? So look out for those.
That's correct, yeah.
Look out for those. I think it was something that, yeah, so the next month. And then here on this show, we'll be speaking with many of the speakers who are going to be instructing and talking to you, talking more about what they'll be talking about. We're not giving away the actual talks, but we're going to give
just little teasers. That's all. Yeah, we want to see it. Yeah,
that's all we do. So the next month or so, every week, there's going to be I'm talking to a new person, kind of talking about a little bit of what they're going to talk about. And I tell you, I'm excited. I'm like, wow, this is amazing. For 3 days of content that will help you personally and professionally. I mean, this is great. I'm very excited.
Perfectly summed up, James.
Perfect. Well, thank you, Bryon. I'm so glad you were able to come on with me again. It was so great. InsurPATH is coming up. And just on a side note, where can they find you, your business, and if they want to get business for you guys?
Sure, yeah. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on different platforms, but you can find it at ptlinsurance.com. Call the office, email me. And if you want to talk more about sponsorship opportunities, reach out to the IIABCal staff, reach out to me. But I encourage you all to make sure your information is updated on the website, and you'll be getting emails and register as soon as you can.
Yes. And of course, this is IIABCal Voices. I'm your host, James Lott Jr. You can find me. We're all James Lott Jr. sold at James Lott Jr. on all social media platforms. Yes, everywhere. This actual show is on YouTube under my online company, JLJ Media. I have over 30 shows on there, things that range from Star Wars to soap operas and everything in between. So go ahead and subscribe there. And you can also watch our interview together and others on that playlist that says IIABCal Voices. Then if you like to listen to us in our dulcet tones, you can go to any streaming service that you like. Most of you guys like either Spotify or iHeartRadio or Google or whatever. Go there, look up IIABCal Voices, and you'll see us there, and you can hear these interviews and play them at any time at your leisure, of course. Now, everybody out there, I know it's lots of weather issues and things going on out there, so please stay safe as you can. Please be careful, have compassion for each other, and go to InsurPATH.